to the Dead Bedroom Revival Podcast. My name is Kuru, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. This probably is going to be the shortest ever episode I've ever made because I've got like 3 minutes to be leaving to go and get my daughter. But I was speaking to a guy, and he was talking about sex and how upset he was for not having sex and how depressed he was and the resentment that is building up. And we were sharing different things, and I started walking him through the reason why, because he started telling me how he's doing the dishes and he's doing all the cooking, he's looking after the children, he's doing all these things in order to try and change things. And I said, as a husband, you should be doing those things because you want to and because it's part of, just who you are. But if you do it for the sense that you want to get sex, you're more likely not to have sex because you've put so much emphasis on this one thing. So just to now boil it down is that to actually have more sex, you should actually stop thinking about sex or talking about it or doing anything towards, like, literally you probably need a hard reset where you just give yourself 7 days of not making any sexual innuendo, any sexual move. Yes, you can give her affection, you can kiss, you can hug, if that's something that's still on the menu, but you do not say anything sexual. So you do this reset, and this reset is important because it just sort of gives her that, oh, what's going on? Why is he not doing anything sexy? Or why is he not saying anything sexy? I was expecting him to say something silly and sexy, but he didn't say anything. What is going on? And this is important, one, for you and for her. And again, this only works if you are as well, you're not indulging in any sort of medicating, or at least you're not trying to consume content that is sort of sexual, and you're masturbating and all that stuff. You just sort of surrender, just move away from everything. And this is very, very important. Very, very difficult, but very, very important. Because when you can sort of disconnect and just reset yourself, it just proves to you that you're not going to die if you don't ejaculate. And this is one of the thoughts where people have used sex and ejaculation and orgasm as a means of escaping. And again, this is one of the things that causes the sexless relationship, that over a period of time, because you're using sex as a coping mechanism to navigate life, it makes it very difficult for your partner to be just the sort of facto, for lack of a better term, because that's what ends up being, and then becomes meaningless. Therefore, they don't want to go and have that meaningless sex. That's one of the reasons why she doesn't even want to come back and experience that, because over a period of time, you've treated her like a piece of meat, basically. And so with time, it becomes very important to be able to really be just not thinking about sex, not talking about sex, and really just calibrating that. Like I said, 7 days is well enough to do that. That's the external. Internally, so external, you don't talk about it, you don't do any windows, you don't say anything, you don't do anything sexual. Internally, you then start focusing more on, why do I need orgasms to feel fulfilled? A lot of it, again, is to do with dopamine and how because you've been medicating. Like, I'm just going to try and say this quickly, and then I'm going to go in a second. But so when you masturbate or you go looking at porn, you're really triggering a dopamine, so this feel-good chemical that comes into your brain, and it has got this. It's got a baseline. So let's say this baseline is where you would feel dopamine and feel good. The more you indulge into watching porn and sex, that baseline starts going down. This is the reason why when you masturbate, you feel shitty afterwards. You feel a bit of shame and all these things, and it doesn't feel as amazing as the first time you did it. And this dopamine starts going down, and then again, because you're being rejected and you've got this vicious cycle, you need more and more stimulus in order to feel even more orgasm. So for instance, you could start off just seeing people doing a missionary and you think, oh wow, then you sort of explode. But now you need, somebody slapping and doing something almost extreme in order for you to feel that orgasm. And this is the reason why this sort of feeling enjoyment out of it just keeps going down and down and down. And again, this starts affecting your relationship, because now the way you communicate to your partner changes, and again, the way you feel about yourself changes, because you feel unhappy about yourself, you feel sad, you feel depressed. So there's this compound effect when, if you focus on sex and you really fall down this path, the chances of things turning around are very difficult. And the only way I can suggest right now is for you to actually do this sort of sex reset. So hopefully that I'm going to stop here. I'm not even going to plug in our website. If you want to go and know about our website, go to the next, wait for the next episode, or go to the episode before this one, and you'll get the information about it. But really, the sex reset is probably what you need right now. And really, when you do that reset, I can guarantee you, after 7 days, I can guarantee you, she'll even start seeing you different, and she'll start noticing how, when I did this once, I was not even working out. My wife came and said, "Oh, your biceps are growing." Like I'd never been working out for a while. So she just started noticing me different, and there was just that reset. And again, the other side part of it is that a large chunk of you guys, if you do it for 7 days, and maybe she's asexual, maybe she's gone off you completely, at least now you know. And if you were not sure whether you want to break up with her or not break up with her, at least after 7 days, if she hasn't, at least suggested something sexual or initiated something verbally sexual as well, just to say, what's going on, why are you not? If she doesn't say something, then at least it gives you an opportunity to see that maybe we're way off where we need to be. So maybe there's a little bit more work to be done, or maybe we need to start thinking about ending this relationship. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.